Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike as we kick off on time. Believe it or not, mark your calendars. I'm really trying to get this rolling more on time. We are kicked off now. I do apologize. We didn't get a Discord message out earlier. But glad to see you all here. Matt, welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope you enjoy the ride to Eagle County, Colorado. Anytime you hear the word Colorado, first words are, ooh, second words are, ooh, what's the weather? Well, we're going to find out. I really don't know. As you all know, I kind of jump in these things, schedule or no schedule, we're going unless it's. I have learned from the Norfolk Island uh, funness that we had. Maybe check beforehand. But as you can tell, I didn't learn for this flight. Yes, we're going to Colorado. Springtime usually isn't going to be a bad time, but folks, that's when the cold is still trying to say, yo, winter owns the day, and summer saying, not a chance. And they clash. Snow in the mountains, severe weather in the Midwest. That's what springtime's like around here, folks. And that's where we're heading, where it starts. Vail, Colorado, if you're not familiar with Eagle County, is about 40 miles away. Aspen, I think, could be close to that south of it. So that's the kind of country we're heading into. So we got the Toliss A319-132 on the line. Had a gate change. Yesterday we were planning to go out of A21. Well, today they decided they wanted over at D4. So you know what? We're in D4. Actually D6. I guess that's just because of the way scenery and these sims work out. I don't know. And the fact that it's not a payware scenery probably helps to that. But anyway, here is that Toliss A319. Let's get a quick walk around done, or ooh-ah time. And November 804 Alpha Whiskey will be the aircraft taking us there. And we are flying for Virtual American. Oh, folks, I would love for you to join, but I am gonna warn. This isn't an airline for everybody. A lot of us like to join these. I must have spelt it wrong. Anyway, join airlines for fun, camaraderie, and all of that good stuff. Well, this airline has all of that. Great um, uh, software for us to use, a great PIREP system. However, with that great PIREP system comes realistic operations. That's how good this PIREP system is. To a point, it goes a little beyond what the real world does, but they can do it. Great. But if your landings are too hard, you bounce, you don't fly the right type of aircraft, or the right tail number, in some cases, you could run into some problems here. They're very strict. So just be forewarned before you check them out. And I am going to do that real quick. Hang on a second. Why is that not working? Whoop, helps to be in the right category, Mike. There we go. VAAL. What did I do wrong? Let's try it again. All right. Well, it's having an issue. Noticing quite a few little issues now. Hang on a second. All right. Interesting. All right, well, I am actually noticing some other issues at the same time. So, folks, I'm going to put the caveat out there right now. If we end up having stream issues, it keeps dropping on you, what have you, know this, it is being recorded. Will be up on YouTube here a couple of days, and you'll be able to see this stream in its entirety there, hopefully without interruption. All right. So with all of that, folks, let's get into the office and let's take a look at this flight. Diggy driver, welcome, welcome. It is a great American, like I said, folks, this is a great VA. I wish I could put the why it's not working. I have no idea. That's okay. We just keep going. But if you join Virtual American, they're part. One of their sister airlines is Piedmont Virtual. You've seen us fly for Spirit Virtual or Virtual Spirit. I don't know that and EasyJet they have too. So that's who we're talking about if you're looking for Virtual American. Just be forewarned. They are very particular in their operations, very specific to plane, tail numbers, liveries, the whole 9 yards. Don't try flying a A320neo form because guess what? American doesn't have them. I didn't know that actually. Um, and so forth. So very, very angled to the real airline pretty heavily. So enough of that. Let's get into the pre-flight here, and I am looking for it. There it is. Oh, how did I do that? Doggone it, I clicked the wrong one. Sorry, folks. Yes, they again, folks. I don't want to detract from them if you want to fly for them because give them a try. Okay, Sim Toolkit's up here. No, the stream did not end. My bad. Hit the wrong. It's right above it, so I'm going to have to obviously change that. Victor Pork for you. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's how this stream's going to go. All right, love it. All right, so here you are, folks. We're in Dallas, Fort Worth, again, headed up to Vail, Colorado. Eagle County Airport is the name of the airport. And, well, looks a little stormy in and around the Dallas area, actually kind of north of Dallas. Currently, winds 140 at 11, as you see. Ceiling set at 4,500. It's 16 degrees Celsius outside, so it's really, right now, not a bad day in Dallas. All right, let's take a look northward. All right, up at Eagle, we have a variable wind currently at 3, 10 miles of visibility. Hurrah, we got that made. Few clouds, 400 feet above the ground. Not a ceiling, folks, just a few. Ceiling is broken or overcast, so we're good with that. Scattered, that again is not a ceiling, 9,000. So we're not looking at another Norfolk Island endeavor. Good deal there, Diggy. Good deal. But it is 3 degrees there and 1 degree, so visibilities we'll kind of watch as we head that way. We're getting kind of into that range where maybe a little fog may poke its head in there. All right, and load out today. We have 91 peeps aboard, 20,930 pounds for a zero fuel weight at 114,000. Fuel today, 14,045 pounds, and dispatch is being miserly and giving us only a CI of 27. Thankfully, though, 38,000. All right, so there you go, folks. There is our pre-flight. Let me see if things loaded over here as I hope. That was supposed to unload last night. There it is. All right. Let me select our runway for departure here, which is 17 right. All right, and there you can see how we're getting out of here. Currently, my plan is up in Eagle to come in on the LDA to runway 25. And we will be using the Kremling VOR, RLG. Hang on, I didn't know there was... Okay, that's the only LDA. Okay, for a second there, they caught me off guard when they showed why. I didn't know there were multiples. All right, so we'll just come. You can see how that's going to work. All right, back down to Dallas we go. And real quick, let's pull up our where we're located so we get an idea here. And then, folks, it's all about getting the plane airborne. All right, so D4 is actually way over here. I had a feeling they had some gates over here. All right, so we should be over here, but we're actually parked right in this area here. So we'll probably come back to 1 here. And actually, what I'll probably have them do is push me, then pull me up, and then we'll taxi out. All right, there you go, folks. There is the pre-flight and pushback briefing. Bear with me a second, folks. Oops, wrong one. I forgot to bring up my checklist here, so pardon me. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? All right, so preliminary. Aircraft is sitting in the stand. Let's go up here. We're going to go ahead and kick the batteries off for the moment. Turn the fuel pumps off. Set our lights to 2 for this flight. Strobes. Do a quick light check. Looks good there. Always miss that button. Looks good there and there. Okay. Forgot we are not flying the A320 where I could just use the mouse to move these around. Okay, and okay, let's come down here and load the plane. First thing up will be fuel. Next page and next page. Today we're running 14,045, so let's plus. What are we looking for? Oh, way too much. Sorry, folks. 045, let's go ahead and put 200, request the fuel. And then I am going to just waiting to see it say, oop, wrong pad. This pad up here where it says no smoking's lit, to say refueling. And then we will continue on. Okay, there's refueling. Okay, next page. For now, I am going to set it to 200. And okay, peeps. I believe it was 91. Yes. Okay, Let's do this. Go over to weight and balance, make sure everything looks good. Center of gravity, hang on a second, reset the current. I'm showing 4,000 off. Okay, so now we can add some weight. I'm gonna do it this way. Whoop, wrong one. Okay, let's check it. Set 114,055. You know what? I think I'm going to go with that. Okay, so we're going to be 114,0. Oh, we're only 10 pounds off. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong number. 055. All right. I just like to have numbers I can. Ooh, crap. Nope, we don't want that. Save. All right. Okay, so we're looking good here. We're putting on our fuel. Okay, so we'll close that out. All right, so the aircraft is being fueled and loaded. We are currently almost filled. Once we are, we will check the cockpit lights, flap levers. We can do some of this right now. Okay, flap levers are 0, not armed on the spoilers, and the radar is off. Okay, we'll turn this on, move it up 1 notch, and we'll leave the TCAS as is. Let's check now. Still refueling, almost done. Cockpit lighting looks good here. Just waiting for the words refuel to go away. There it goes. All right, batteries on. Fuel pumps on. APU's already been checked. Well, welcome in, American. GECK lover, Gecko lover, welcome aboard. Thanks for following. We sure appreciate you. Hope you enjoy. But thank you for the follow, American Gecko lover. Call me Geck. Didn't know we had what is that, Geico here in the house, but it looks like Geico is joined in. Call me Geck. I will be on VATSIM here shortly. Flaps open. Let's get up here and get this started. I just haven't filed the flight plan yet. All right, so there we go. We'll just wait on it to fire up and then we'll continue on. And this is one thing that I do like about ToLis. It seems to me realistic in how long it takes for this to start up. At least, well, I'll be honest, I really haven't been on the ramp where we work when they do crank the APU back on with a Legion. But it seems realistic with other aircraft we've had out there that I do remember them turning the APU on. Okay, we're available. All right, so coming on down, let's check the probe heat. Looks good. Cockpit lights are all set the way I need them, and the bleed coming on. Should lose these 2 faults. For now, the air conditioning panel is set, and gens are showing failure as they should. Ventilation panel over here, sorry, down here set. And we're ready. Okay, we're on there. Let's go up to 1. IR2 showing on battery is good. And number 3, on bat is good. So we know when the engines lose the generator and the APU gen won't connect, we know we still have our position reporting and navigation working on the battery. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Strobes are auto, navs are set for 2. Coming up, CVR test. Good. Working through all of these. Captain per switch on. All right, back down. Lighting set. We're about ready to start taking passengers. Emergency set. Altitude is at auto. And cross bleed set to auto. 91 peeps. We'll keep it at norm for the pack flow. And working our way up, pumps are on. Everything looks good here. Whoops, one too many, sorry. And brake fans off, auto brakes off, anti-skid, nose wheels good, and we're looking good. Radios on, radars off, and transponder on only. Okay, give me a second to reposition this real quick. And this one. Perfect. All right, so we have the IAE engines. Current cycle is 2304. And we're going to go to the init page, do the init request. Almost done. All right, there we go. Everything's filled in. Boy, came up 35 this go around. All right, well, we're going to set that to 27. Right out the get-go. Out the get-go. All right, now we're going to set our position here. So hang on a second. Let me make sure I have that on charts. The bad thing is they don't necessarily carry over from place to place. All right, so parking and charts. All right, let me kind of zoom in. Okay, again, technically this is where the real flight originates. We're actually in, let me just take a gander out the plane here. Okay, we're going to go with D7. And I just want to look over there. Do they have any spots? No. Okay. Covered by fuel right now, so okay. All right, so we are indeed in spot 7. So 6 and 7 are 3253.7. 3253.8. Let's go down 1. Okay. Click over here. 7 is 9702.5. Sometimes going up, it's going to be the down arrow too. 2.5, 97, 2.5. Okay. There you go, folks. You now have this thing from wherever the reporting point is for DFW, which on an airport is massive as DFW is. Now you've brought that referencing point down to literally this corner. So you took it, I'm not sure where it's showing, I'm not even going to, we'll just say it's right over here. I don't know where they reference the airport at. And you narrowed it to that corner. See how small now that is? And then all you do is click align. We'll click wind while we're here, request it. It gives us it all. Next page, clear. And for the fun of it, let's request it again and we're good. And next page, request, and we're good. All right, back to the init page where we started. Okay, so you see we've got our cost index corrected. Flight level is 380. 58 and 36 is our tropo. Do not know if those are correct. If the flight plan format that American Virtual use or Virtual American uses, I'm not 100% sure where to find that data, if it's even there. Okay, so next up on our IRS, we're supposed to do the flight plan page. So F plan. Now we click DFW. Oh, by the way, first, let's return. You noticed it loaded the flight plan. Okay, that's pretty cool, folks. You don't have to do company routes anymore like you do in the 737, at least with ToLis and a few of the aircraft similar in other sims. So that's pretty cool. So our departure, 17 right. And we are using what am I doing? Route. That's what I'm doing. The Logan, or probably Logan 8 departure rolls transition. Okay. There it is. Rolls. Okay, and it's telling you we're taking off 17 right. We'll be flying the SID. I do like this format, by the way, folks. Logan 8 to rolls. Looks great here. Even once you really get your eyes figuring out what you're looking at on this when you do the stars and stuff like that, it makes even better sense than Boeing could ever dream of. So I like how they do this. And then all we do is insert. And it takes care of that for us. Let me pull up the charts again. And let's do our departure brief at the same time. Okay, so we're going to, first off, taxi. Oh, I could have done 18 left now that I'm on that side. Doggone it. Oh well, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a taxi to get over to here. So what we're going to do is get up here, face west, and then taxi out. Maybe Whiskey 11, maybe Golf 9. Get on Fox, come up here to Yankee, and then we'll pick our slot to pick over here. Either J, K, and L to get into EF, EG, EH. All right, that's our taxi brief. After we cleared for takeoff and get airborne, we could always switch to the 1/8s. Yeah, we'll keep it. So you can see what we're going to do. We're going to come off, and now we're going to watch this. So we're going to intercept and go to Spira. J-Girl. Right down here, maximum of 240 knots. Above 5,000. So we're going to have a pretty good climb to that point. That's about, I don't even know, to be honest. Looks like about 5 miles. So hopefully we can get up there quickly. We should in a 319. Okay, continuing on. From J-Girl over to Quartz, up to Bigd, then to Seymour. Okay. From Seymour to Logan. Logan, however you say it. Okay, and then as you can see, we just keep progressing up. From there, we head to Ardmore. We're all the time looking for discontinuities. Okay, from here on, we're not on this. Okay, so from Ardmore to Marmac to Rolls. There's our transition off the star. Or SID, sorry. Then we're headed to Liberal, Kansas, Sells, Avs, top of descent, Hugs, and then RLG, which is Kremling, VOR, which starts our arrival in here. So let's go ahead, open that up, arrival, and like ILS. You have an ILS? I did not see that. Hang on a second, folks. I do not show an ILS available. We're going to take the LDA. All right, there is no star, so click that. There are no transitions. So if there was a transition, oh wait, there is. Okay, so for the displaced localizer, we come in via RLG. If there was a star on this star, and we would transition from here. See how it reads so nicely? You don't get that in Boeing, folks. I do like that it presents well. Okay, so we're going to be doing the LDA. Okay, so from Kremling, we're going to head to Quandary, Voaxa to Aquila. To Weehall, which is our initial, right on down the line to Agil, Washi, Chipik. Hang on a second, folks. Oh, good laugh going on here at the headquarters site, folks. I said something, and my wife's little online gizmo, won't say the name because it'll start doing weird things again, started playing weird music. So my apologies if I caused that in your office. Anyway, continuing on. So we didn't see anything wrong here. Here's our missed approach. And from Eagle to, I'm not sure where HDN is, this is our routing. We could set it all up, folks, the same way. I'm going to leave it, and if we end up going missed, we go missed. And we'll think about it. All right. Back down here, and let's clear out charts. By the way, in the middle there, everything became available. So back to F plan, and we'll be going to the init page, but you can now see we are aligned and ready for battle. Okay, next up is the weights page, or what we call the init B. This is the init A, which is when you push init. Up here you see arrows for moving. Move to the right, or to the right one. Check your weights. And this is a good one to use, that weight and balance thing. Clear that stupidity of mine off there. Okay, so we're 114.05. So it picked us up to 100. That's fine. 28.5. It actually zeroed us at 27.7. Let's do it what the plane says. Okay, fuel 14.0. We'll go with it. And our times look good over here, so we're good. Be able to make our alternate final times and everything. Okay, lastly, folks, we have to figure out what we're going to do on the runway. Couple of ways to do this. You can use this page. Now, we could flex out of here. Or we can use just by clicking uplink right here. I'm going to do both. I just like seeing it done both ways. Hang on a second. Why did it? Oh, there's what we wanted. All right, so the weather here in Dallas is 130 at 11, and that is not up to date. So, showing 130 at 11. Outside air, now there's a couple ways to get this, as we all know. 16, that's good. What's next? QNH 2998. Runway's dry. We're not going to use anti-ice just yet. We'll check both. We'll run with the air conditioning on. All right, so if we flex, it's going to give us flex of 70. We've got 13,000 feet of runway, so you can see V1 and the maximum and how much stopping distance we have, folks. So flexing looks to be the best. Let's try toga. It just pushes it a little. I'm going to stick with flexing. All right. Now our V1 will be between 108 and 132, 132, 134, up 0.4, which almost, except for the last flight, folks, it's almost every time we get that. Up. All right. Okay, initial request. All right, we're going to change the winds here to 130. I don't know if it's going to take it or not. Let's try it here. Oh, we also got to do the flex portion of this. If we were wet, we would use the arrows up and down to change this. QNH needs to be changed. Let me see if I can just do, oops, it's 2998. Helps to put the period in. That is not right. Okay, try one more time. 2998. All right, hope that's right. Okay, so it kept it this time. Well, no, it didn't. Kept the winds though, but we got 130, 130, 134. We want to flex. Okay. Different. All right, so here we go. 132, 132, 134. We're going to go with the up 0.6 for a flex of 70. Bear with me a second, folks, and I'll be right back. My wife has a call. All right, folks. With my wife working in the office here too, we kind of, I try to be respectful so that information she talks about doesn't get across. in the meantime, I was checking Blackbox 711. He doesn't do Dallas on his website, so I don't have thrust reduction, acceleration, and engine out updates to put in here. However, this finishes the McDo. All right, so with that, let's get up here and get online. And sometimes it takes forever for the VAT sim. Oh, there it came. And 1657 looks like still a good time. We just get some key fields put in here. Okay, and flight plan has been filed. At the same time, folks, we'll get the ACAR system up and running. So we'll be AAL 1341 A319. Okay, and we should be up and running on the website. Here comes Pegasus. Okay, and interesting, says I'm using X-Plane 11. Oh, I'm using actually X-Plane 12. All right, well, you know, computers can be computers. Okay, so final checks here, folks. Actually, you know what? Let's do this correctly. And get those doors closing. But that, oh wait, we'll keep that up for a second. Okay, so we need LS constraints. VOR, VOR. Go to 20 on this. Dot, dot, okay. And for our departure, don't think I saw any speed restrictions. No. Well, wait a minute. No, no speed restrictions. Just, oh, altitude's what I'm worried more about. 10,000. Okay. And we're good here. We're not doing the 3 1s. Over on this side, LS constraints. All right, we are just about ready. Let's see. So altitude, anti-skid looks good. Brake fan on. And switching panels down here is all up 12 o'clock, normal. Transponder set. Actually, let me put this one on flight plan. Okay, transponder. Excuse me. All right, and like I said, folks, we have, it looks like a little bit of thunderstorms, and off to the west, some precipitation between Grand Junction and Denver. See what that comes out to over there. All right. If you're all ready, we're cleared to go. The flight attendants tell me they're just about to close the door. Door's closed. All right, let's get this sucker ready to go. Hang on. First thing I want to do is plan our better pushback route. So to do that, go to better pushback, start.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit.
See how
Toliss
this
driving
works
up.
up. Beacons on. We're on APU, we're on external power, so we can turn that off. And we're set to push. I hope y'all are having a great day. We're 45 minutes into the stream and we're ready to push back. Hope y'all enjoy this to Eagle County, otherwise known as Vail.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Welcome aboard Flying with Mike, better pushback. And folks, if you're new to the channel, please smash that follow button. We'd love to see you on future flights, just as American Gecko Lover, otherwise aka Geck. Welcome aboard. Who knows? Whoever knew we had Geico here. But anyway, we're about to push back. If you're watching this a few days later when it comes out on YouTube, hey, we'd love you to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you can get notified of other videos that release.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, let's shed the jetway. Brakes released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Well, wait till we've gone all the way back to start. If you remember, I'm planning on pushing us straight back and then pulling us up to a little bit on the ramp. So again, I want to say thank you to everyone here for supporting the video or stream. Hope you have a great day. We'll be at work for 24 hours tomorrow. And Thursday, back with another trip planned. You can find out where we're headed by going to our Discord channel. Or down at the bottom of Twitch there, you'll see a box with our schedule, and that'll let you know where our next trip is to. Just getting an idea how far back we're going. Here, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Now, in the real world, folks, the terminal itself extends down here, and the actual gate D4 is somewhere in this vicinity. And I'm looking at the charts program for that. So if it's wrong, hey, oh, it's wrong. All right, let's get in there and start cranking these engines up. All right, to crank them up, folks, pretty simple. First, let's push over to ignite crank and start up number 1. And you know what, folks? That's all there is to it. I hate to break it to you. Airbus is not a complicated plane. All right, we got a light off on number 1.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Right now, we're just waiting for the words Vail to show right up here, and then we'll crank up number 2. And there's the word Vail, so let's get turning and burning on number 2.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
All right, thanks for flying with Captain Mike here. And there's our tug, just waiting to see the pins. Perfect. At the same time, we got a Vail. Okay. All right, so with both engines running, go back to normal. All right, now to continue on, we got to turn the APU bleed off. Ground spoilers, they're down here on the bottom. Go ahead and arm them. Flaps uno. Let's make sure. Flaps 1, okay. All right, with the flap set, we're going to come up here and set the pitch trim. Sits right here, so we'll actually be able to see the number, and it needs to be 0.6. So we just start, make sure it says up, and we're looking for 0.6. Up 0.6. Perfect. At the same time, I'll go ahead and do my flight surfaces. Okay, there's the rudder. And the elevator. All right. Let's make sure once around the horn. Okay, twice. All right, and deselect. Okay. All right, continuing. Engine master APU can be turned off now. Slides doors armed. Flight attendants cross-check in armed doors. Okay, and nose wheel lights on, brakes. Lapse time to run. and take care of our messaging here. All we got left is the cabin, which is very simple, folks. Only do it 4 times because that's what I heard on the Allegiant flight that one time, and we're on our way, folks. Takeoff config checked, EWD memo, no blue lines, and off we go. I would say into the wild blue yonder, but it's awful gray today. Here we go, folks. And that, folks, concludes getting this plane from basically a dark cockpit, even though we're powered up, to taxi. Oh, looks like I could just run this all the way up. I think I'll do that. All right, we are on the move, folks. So I hope your weeks are going well here, folks, as we're reaching the midpoint, which is tomorrow. Hope y'all have had a great and blessed week. We're going to do our best here to lighten things up, get you a little bit of relaxation as we head to Vail. Interesting. And like I said, folks, probably in the real world we'd be on 18 left here, but we'll do the taxi over. It's a little bit lengthy, but it won't take too long. model matching is pretty rough here at that sim of late, so nothing ever matches. That should have been an American livery over there, and it showed Air Canada or Swiss. One of the two. Like I said, a little bit of a long taxi. Got to go another mile. But I think they're doing a pretty good job. I know there's talk of another hemisphere being made up here at DFW. And if you don't know what these hemispheres are, it's these terminals. They all are half circles. And there's talk of one or two being made. Don't know. Haven't been in Dallas in years. So, matter of fact, last time I was in Dallas was coming back from Vancouver and the cruise to Alaska. So that's 10, 12 years ago. So quite a lengthy time then. All right, so now we're getting up to the other side here. Like I said, I'm the one that didn't realize that I thought the D's were down on the end. I was right, just the wrong side of the airport. That's where the old American Eagle parking used to be. Now General Aviation. All right, folks, so we are heading to our runway. DFW traffic, American 1347, departing 17 left. Correction, 17 right. All right, folks, let's final checks here. Transponders. Go ahead and get that radar out, or terrain radar up and running. as well as the radar. I gotta love being right at the inner marker. Okay, clear for takeoff, lights on. All right, folks, here we go. A little late, I know. $80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear coming up. Okay, we are on our way, folks. Go ahead and let the autopilot have all the fun. I know, now we got the inner marker to deal with on the other end. And now, folks, we're just climbing out. So I hope you've enjoyed our lengthy taxi and look at. Thank you, Diggy Driver, for the announcement. All right, we're on our way. Flaps can come up. And Roger. Cleared to flight level 380, American 1347. 1341, correction. Okay, we're above 5,000, folks. We reached that one, and into the clouds we go. 10,000. Let's get those lights off. And there we go, folks. Let's see. All right, folks, we're through just about 18,000, which is the transition level for the US. Hope you enjoy. We're going to kind of be on the quiet side now as we continue on. We've got about an hour and 45 minutes to go to get over to Eagle and the fun that will come with that. So for now, folks, enjoy and enjoy the music. Well, if you need lunch, Diggy, go right at it. Have lunch service if you'd like. Of course, we got to get the cruise first. Well, Diggy, this will be my first time. I believe I have not been into Eagle. Been into Aspen and one other one out here, but Eagle I don't think I've been into. So this ought to be fun. A couple of new airports for me the last couple of days. So looking forward to it. And I got a feeling, and USIC 68, welcome in. Got it up to Eagle County, Vail, Colorado. And I think we're going to get a little bit of a treat. There may be a little bit of weather depending how the METARs update in X-Plane. There is some west of there between, well, basically it's between Grand, oh, what the heck's the name of it? Bear with me, folks. It's another airport I like flying out of. Oh, Grand Junction and Denver. So now it looks like it's, well, here, let me show it to you here, folks. Since departure, this is how it's changed up here. It looks like we may get into some precipitation up here. We'll kind of wait and see. We can actually check right now, folks. Hang on, let's go here. I'm going to go ahead, pick your one you want to use. I'm just going here, hit ATSU, AOC, and let's get the weather. Return received messages at 7:23. Okay, variable 8 and -1, so that's good. Chance of fog is, pardon the pun, lifting. 2987, and no signs of any precip there. So that's real world information there as of 16. Actually, it's about an hour old. So good news on that front. Of course, folks, you could always print this if you wanted, but we're not going to. So now the destination ATIS. No, I don't know if we'll get one. Nope, not available. Usually this becomes available, folks, when VATSIM, of all things, has a METAR out there. Pilot's Edge, possibly. But for sure, I've only seen it when VATSIM has it. I don't fly on Pilot's Edge, so there you have it. But right now, it looks like we're getting some weather. And of course, y'all didn't see that. Great. Hang on, let's do it again. For those unfamiliar with the plane, just pick one of your McDo's, click McDo menu, ATSU, AOC. Weather and ATIS will give you both. So if you click here, you could click EGE, put it in one of these over here, click METAR or Forecast or ATIS, whichever one. Once the stars come back, click Return, Received Messages, and look for the latest one. And here it was the ATIS, not available. And there's our latest METAR. Some of this, folks, by the way, is available in Zibo. A lot of people are beginning to find out how to do this, so look for it to become more prevalent. It's amazing the number of aircraft you can actually do a lot of this stuff in. So Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see, do we have any ATC? Well, according to this, we're about to see some weather up here, and it's showing. Up ahead, we're just not seeing the thunderstorms. Here's where you can see where we are. We're making the turn. The thunderstorms are still actually now north over the Tulsa area. So in that long line here. So we're going to kind of skirt the back edge of it all the way up here into Eagle. So all right, folks. Well, I am going to remain a little quiet here as we gain altitude. We're about an hour, 20 minutes away. Now, granted, we've lost some time. As you can see, going up, we're getting a little quicker. But we're going to remember, come back down into those air masses, and it'll come back up the time a little bit. So I'm going to step aside for a couple of minutes. Y'all enjoy the music, and we'll be back shortly as we hit cruise. Diggy, it's lunchtime. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are reaching our cruise altitude of 38,000 feet. Seatbelt signs off. However, we ask that while you're seated, you keep your seatbelts fastened, for you never know how Flying with Mike decides he wants to fly the aircraft. But for now, folks, sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. We'll be back with you just before descent. Folks, y'all have a great day. Well, Diggy, thanks for coming out. Enjoyed having you here, and may the Lord be with you as you get set up for that meeting. Thank you so much. All right, folks, with us being an hour, just over an hour out, let's take a look at this arrival into Vail, Colorado today. We're just now getting to the end of the standard departure for Dallas, 49 miles away, Raleigh. But we're not actually too far off the beginnings of our arrival. So it starts at Kremling, I think is how we say it. Hang on. I'll be there in Kremling, VOR, RLG. So as we scoot just west of some pretty good looking storms there. Now I'm pretty sure severity wise, I'm sure there is some to it, but you know, looking at them from this radar vantage point, doesn't look too bad. But if you're under them, I'm sure that's a whole different ballgame. But anyway, we're going into Vail, Colorado. So with that, I'm going to bring Sim Toolkit back up. Right there. And let's take a look at it here, shall we? Here's where we are. Here's those storms. And you see, the more severe stuff would be like in this area pushing east of Memphis, which we're a long way from Memphis. But Oklahoma City and points here, you know, you just had a good wallop. We're headed here where the green blob is about to be over us. Or maybe just south of us. Who knows? We'll see when we land. But let's go ahead, pull up NavGraph, and let's get rid of the parking areas there. So you can see there's Rawls, or Rolls, however you want to say it. And then from here, we just go all the way up to Aves, Hug, RLG. That's where we start this arrival. Interesting, it didn't bring up our approach. Alright, well, I'll put it down there now. Okay, there is no star for Eagle. So basically we fly to Kremling on our route, then the track you start to see there below. But let's start at the top. So the ATIS, or AWAS, when the tower isn't up, there's your frequency. Okay. Denver Center, Eagle Tower, or common traffic when the tower's off, is the same, 119.8. Ground is dependent on whether you have a tower. Now in the Airbus, and many of the aircraft, other than Boeing, most of the Boeings, you still have to set the freak on it. The frequency's taken care of. We just verify that it's there. 109.75 is our localizer. Our approach course is 250, and that'll be from the initial fix down here at Weehall in. Now that doesn't, and this one, it doesn't necessarily mean straight shot. It's a displaced localizer, so it could be anywhere from like a half a foot off to quite a bit coming down, and then you got to turn for it, like it's coming down a canyon. Y'all familiar with the rivers at Reagan? If not, highly recommend it. You fly basically down the river, and at a point you make your turn and land on the 19. Mainly because you've got no-fly zone to the left, no-fly zone to the right. You're flying right down the corridor, visual or LDA, either way, or RNIP. But you're not going to be able to come straight in because you come right over the monuments. All right. Same principle here, except it is more graduated to the runway, it looks like. So again, 250 is our heading. Another good LDA to fly is Juneau, runway 8. Okay, so enough on those. Washi, 9,800 feet. Now where is Washi down here? Right here, 9.5 miles out. So you saw we got to be at 9,800 feet. No, folks, that is not a typo. The airport itself is 6,500 feet above sea level. So that's giving you that 3,200 feet above the ground. Yeah, you're up there, folks. If we have the glide slope and all, our decision altitude will be 8,330 feet MSL, meaning what's on your altimeter. Radar altimeter, folks, will say 1,790. At that point, either one, which is the same level, okay, just a different way of looking at it. One's above the ground, one's from the sea level up. So if the sea level was right next door, you'd be 8,300 feet above it. But you wouldn't be 1,790 feet above it. That's where the ground is. Mountain flying is always fun. Gotta always keep which one you're using in mind. Okay. Again, altimeter, radar altimeter, which is above sea level, above ground level. And they're, folks, exactly the same distance above. Okay, so missed approach is basically, well, you all can read that. Okay, so give it a few more seconds. 18,000 feet's transition. Your glide path may not mesh up with what you see visually. Once you transition to visual, you go with your visual cues. If you can't see them, you stay with your instrument cues. So, glide slope is 3 degrees. Cold temperature correction if we're below 20 Celsius. Not that cold yet. And we can control the lighting, but we're in the daytime, so it's kind of useless. All right, so now that you've had time to read the missed approach, all right, let's take a look at this bad boy. All right, you can tell 12,000 foot mountain over here, 11,271 here, 10,000 here, 11,000 there. You get the kind of, hopefully, the drift here, folks. High terrain. So we're, matter of fact, transitioning from RLG through a pass width that is safe at 13,800 feet. Meaning at that altitude, you'll miss everything. However, we got to be in a position to be able to make this runway. That's 7,000 feet roughly high. So we have to fly this. Aquila back here, they want us at 12,900. Descending at 12,200 by here. Folks, that was a 2-mile difference. That's probably doable. And then work our way in as you stair step your way down to the 9,800 feet by Washi. Okay, so our minimum descent here is 14,000, 13,800 to Volksa, and then we start down to 12,900 here and on down in the pass for the runway. Gonna be fun, isn't it? One. Where is item one? Alternate missed approach hold point. So if for some reason we can't make Jesse, or Jesse could be encapsulated, I don't know, for some reason, if we need to, Kremling is our alternate. We would just alter and go direct Kremling and go into a hold right-hand turns. Okay, and here we go. Okay, for LDA with glide slope, 5 visual to the airport, 250 degrees, 4.5 miles out, and only authorized during day only. Okay, vertically. Talked about it already. 17.2 miles out will be at 12,900 feet, descending to 12.2. Then down to 10.4, then to 9,800. Hopefully we'll be able to couple up like we did yesterday into Beirut. We'll see. Time tells. All right, got another, we'll get to it. So you see the descent, how far out each of them are. Here at our missed approach for LDA with glide slope, fly visual to the airport 250, 4.3 miles, authorized during day only. Okay, so our minimum altitude on a METAR has to be 1790 or higher. Call it 1800. If we don't have that, folks, as we were supposed to do at Norfolk, we have to go to an alternate or stay on the ground. For Class C or performance rated C aircraft, which we are, 3 miles of visibility. Okay, we got a Malzer and a Pappy on the right. This is our missed approach again. So there you have the charts. Okay, we're headed towards Liberal, then Sells, then on up to Aves. All right, so that pretty well locks us in. You can see we have rain just to the east of our course. Let's take a look outside. We're in that season now, folks, where I'm really looking forward to seeing how X-Plane presents severe weather. Now, am I expecting what I saw in Active Sky? Heck no, you got to pay for Active Sky. But I'm just curious how this new weather engine or weather dynamic they're putting in is going to reflect in severe weather. So I know with Active Sky, again, you have to pay for Active Sky. I was highly impressed with it back in the Century of Flight days. That's a long time ago, folks. That cumulus cloud that was the thunderstorm, those cumuluses went from the altitude their tops were to the base. Solid cloud, where most flight sim default weather engines only show a spread between what you would be able to see, not the whole column. So really hoping, would really like to see that here, but I'm not gonna lose, get into email, charging them and this and that with fraud in them, because folks, it's default. If I want that, I go pay for it. And remember, with everything that it draws on your screen there comes at a cost in performance. So just remember that. Yeah, I would totally agree with you, Inswick. The default weather is coming along nicely. Oh yeah, there's always going to be limitations, and yeah, I've heard to get X Enviro. I may have to. I've heard the clouds are better. I'm trying to get a couple. I saw Zebo's, what's his name, that does the flying. Anyway, he's been using it. I haven't really had a chance to watch it, see what it looks like. So we will here one day, and we'll probably delve in. And I think that's a free program, isn't it? Because I know a lot of things you pay for in the other sims you couldn't pay for here. X-Plane or Active Sky you do. That pushback utility you saw me using, folks, at Dallas and at a lot of airports that we push back from, that's free. Zebo that I was just referring to is a 737-800 that is in some aspects better than PMDG of any simulator you've seen out there. PMDG does beat it in some areas as well, so it is high quality in the sky. It's free versus all the money it took to get to PMDG, from the Sims to the PMDG item. So hats off to the folks at Zebo, keeping it free. A lot of stuff is free over here in X-Plane. And y'all are saying, well, that's what you pay for. Get ready to get your socks knocked off, because they're going to blow you away. The 747-200 blows close to the PMDG 400, and it's 3-man crew. So, folks, watch what you say there. You get some spectacular software here in X-Plane 12 for free. Right here is one. Granted, this is payware, but still is excellent quality here. And the cousin to this that just released not too long ago, you saw yesterday, the Toliss Neo. Wow. Oh yeah, I totally agree with you. Airbus, I like the Toliss Airbuses. But boy, do I like taking Zebo up for a ride every now and then. It's amazing. And it's free. That's what's... Not only is it an enjoyable, very intuitive system, it's free. I mean, wow. Those words don't go hand in hand in any other sim. So... But anyway, um, yeah, I do like this Toliss. The A320, I'm finding that the Neo a little more now likable than this one, only because, well, it's newer. But they're going to be bringing that stuff into the 319 here as they make, perfect it in the Neo. And wow, what a line of aircraft they're going to have. The 319, 20, 21, 340. Oh my goodness, folks. Okay, looks like we're 47 minutes out. Let's head over and get our speeds figured out a little bit. So we'll go over to landing perf first. So runway 25. Let me see what the cut is. Variable at 3. $2987. So let me just go ahead and put the 3 in here. 2987. Temperature was 8 degrees. We're currently dry. They are expecting showers in the next couple of hours. So we'll see how that. Keep it dry. Any ice will run with engines only because of the temperature, and everything else looks good. What's our runway length? I forgot that already. 9,000. And let's see. All right, so let's go with medium. Compute. Okay, so right now we are looking at an approach speed of 127. Okay. Let's bring charts up one more time real quick here. And just so you know, we'll be parking, I believe, right here. So here's our landing, folks. I'm aiming for A5, probably, well, we'll see. I said this yesterday, going for 1 point. We actually made it, but planned on this one. We'll see where we end up, but we're aiming for gate 2, depending on it, if one's in there already. So we got 9,000 feet of runway, LDA. All right, this is where this chart comes in. 130 is about right here. So we're looking at about an 800, 900. Wow. Let's go 830 feet a minute descent. We got to maintain a 3.80 glide slope, folks. So we're going to be coming down at 830 feet a minute to close to 900. So a little steeper than we're used to. So, but welcome to flying in mountains. You're going to have to descend as best the valleys allow you. Okay, so let's see where we stand with reference to top of descent. 256 miles out. Okay. Well, we got about 15 to 20 minutes here, folks, before we do a top of descent checks and all. So you know what? let's do a quick system check here real quick. And then just kind of sit back and relax. System check, all you do is click all. Looking for problems and hoping the aircraft proves its innocence. Okay. All right, everything looks good. Temperatures looking good back there. All right, folks, let's kind of kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride. All right, folks, got about 180 miles to go, so a few more minutes of music, and then we'll start our arrival into Vail, Colorado. Oh, well, hello there, Matt. Yeah, we are doing great. We're about 100 or so miles out of top of descent for Vail. Uh, Getting back into the swing here, just kind of enjoying the music right now. 38, 39 minutes out. And enjoying the clouds. X-Plane 12 clouds are really looking up. Maybe slightly disappointed with the way thunderstorms render here, but if I want them to render in the way they really look, I'll get active sky for that. Maybe Environ, X Environ. We'll try that first, but we'll see. But overall, it's just a wonderful flight. Hope your day is going well. All right, let's see. Where are we? Come to think of it. Got Fats in traffic. Let's see. Looks like it might be in range. Nope, out of range. Would have been in this area right here, unless they're in the clouds. All right, so we're looking 127 to go to top of descent. 225 miles out of Vail. Again, folks, keep this in the back of your mind. Remember, the airport itself is 6,500 feet above sea level. That's where the runway sits. So when you see altitudes, keep that in the back of your mind so you don't go, what? Yeah. High altitude airport. Well, we've been to higher, and we will be to higher here in the upcoming weeks. So All right, folks, we're about 100 or so miles out, so let's really get in here, get our numbers ironed out, and ready to go. All right, so I'm pulling up the information. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do it with the aircraft this time. Again, I'm going to just use this one just so I keep the other one where I want it. We'll go to ATSU, AOC menu, weather, and let's get the METAR. As of 1827, still about a half hour old. Clear skies. 240 and 15, so the winds are kicking up. 10 miles of visibility, so we got a pretty good run going here. Let's get... Ooh. All right, let's see now. 240. 15 is our wind. Temp is now 7. We'll get that in a minute. That is 8, 9. Still showing dry, and keep the engine ice on for now. May switch into full anti-ice for safety as we come through the clouds. We'll see. Medium on, let's compute. Still 127. Gives you an idea with medium brakes. We're going to have about 4,000 feet of the runway left. Okay, so that's actually looking really good. All right. 80 miles out, so let's go ahead and start programming. The nice thing is you can use this to back it up. Now it's telling us to enter it. 80 miles is when you usually put your first set in. Okay, so QNH 28 or 29.89. Temperature 7. 240. Okay, and we are gonna go with so this altimeter setting here, folks, 8330, when we reach it in our descent, if we don't see the runway, it'll say minimums, and we go around if we don't see it. In this case, we better see it. I mean, it's pretty much, you know, it says clear skies, 10-mile visibility, so we'll see how that translates. Okay, and let's start setting things up. So our initial descent will be to 14,000. Got a few more miles to get in before I want to set that. And we do not have any centers or anybody online, so this is pretty much our discretion. So, but again, thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike, folks. As always, it's a pleasure on my end. I hope you all have enjoyed the music and enjoyed the fun that we have on these If you're on YouTube, folks, for the first time or have been watching these and you would like to see us, scroll down. It'll tell you how to find us live. Look for our live schedule and pop in. We'd love to meet you. Unfortunately, I do know I fly during the lunchtime hours for many people, so catching y'all can be rough because I don't do a lot of evening flights. I spend time like you do with my family then, or try to at least. All right, so with that, we are now 50 miles out. All right, the hockey stick right here, folks, that's the signifier that we're at getting close to the top of descent. That's the point. One more system check. All right, everything looks good, folks. All right, folks, we're now within 40 miles, so I'm going to go ahead and set 14,000. And again, here is, we do not have a star. Giving you an idea a little bit of what we're up against here. Okay, we're gonna come over Aves, head over here to Hugs, down to RLG. You can see we got a lot of rugged terrain with the Rockies and pushing into Vail. So that is why 14,000 here, and then we work our way down to 12.9 and right on in. Denver is below those clouds, by the way, folks, as you can see on the map. Real quick, let you see the LDA one more time. So we're going to come over Kremling, 14,000 descending all the way down here to 12,900 at Aquila. We hauled to 12.2. Angle or Agile to 10.4. And then Washi 9,800 feet. All right, folks, we are at Aves going to begin our descent. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. Captain Mike here with Flying with Mike. I want to say thank you for flying with Mike today. We are about 5 minutes or so from our descent point. I'm going to go ahead and kick the seatbelt sign on, so if you all would just start headed back to your seats as we prepare for our landing into Vail, Colorado. Folks, it's been a pleasure. The weather in Vail is quite simply just right at the moment gorgeous. Currently showing clear skies, temperature 7 degrees Celsius, which is going to equate out into the mid to upper 40s, possibly 50s. Winds right down our runway at 15 mile an hour, so a little breezy, and a little bit of rain knocking on the door to the west. So hope you all enjoyed the ride. We'll be on the ground here in a few minutes. Please fasten your seatbelts. Flight attendants, let's prepare the aircraft for arrival. All right, and down we go. All right, folks, here we go. And we got some traffic below us coming at us. See how that looks up here. Looks like maybe company traffic headed to O'Hare. All right, descent checks. Sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, landing elevation shows auto 6520. McDo arrivals are complete. Flight plan, top of descent winds. Let's try something. Hopefully I'm not doing what I think I am. Got a lot to learn, as you can tell. Now, we'll activate approach phase once we take over the speed. Okay, and the green dots is much like that little gauge you have here on the Boeing saying if you're on glide path or not. We are. We're through 31,000. And again, just so you all remember, our LG is right here, and that's 14,000 for us. So if need be, I'll go into a open descent here and make that. All right, there's our terrain as we see it now. Come down here and get this set up just to see the precip, if any. Okay, and we're about to make the turn now direct. Looks good. About a 30-mile run to RLG, and then we'll be on the approach, folks. So again, if you're new to the channel and have enjoyed what you've watched and seen, we'd love you to hit that follow button, folks. That way you get an email letting you know when we go live next time. If you're on the YouTube replay, smash subscribe so that way when new videos release, you'll get notified. But for now, just kind of good time to set in a prediction if you're so inclined. We don't give gifts away for this, folks. It's just a fun time to you know, see who gets the closest to what I actually am able to pull off there. All right, we got about 15 miles to go, folks, to RLG, and then we make the turn for the intercept of the LDA. I'm going to go into an open descent. All right, so we got down to 14,000. Go ahead and start slowing us up. Okay, sorry for the quietness, folks. Just trying to get the best views I can. Okay, we can speed brake again. Flight attendants, prepare the aircraft for landing. Okay, I have glide slope and I have... Right, so let's set up least localizer.
Terrain, pull up, pull, terrain, 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 terrain.
Hundred above. Minimum.
fun little airport here, folks. Actually, the runway looks crooked.
500.
Sink rate. Sink
400.
Sink rate.
300. 200.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
100.
Sink rate. Sink.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
All right, that was a little knuckle bit there. That was kind of fun. And after all of that, we still made Alpha 5. All right, folks. Well, again, sorry for the quietness. That turned into a bit of a cluster on the approach that I hope I was able to save for a decent landing. Just way too fast on most of it. Maintenance is going to have to look at the plane because we oversped the flaps. But we're clear of the runway, flaps up. Get the APU going here in a second. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's get those landing lights off. All right. Okay, so we're just about there. I haven't looked yet at how well or how bad the landing was. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. Not needed. But you know what? That was kind of fun, folks. Be fun to try it now that I know what to kind of expect. All right. Flaps open. Let's kick it over. And again, folks, we're right on the end here. So let's be nice. Okay, well, we're rolling backwards. Gotta love that. Okay, we're into blocks. Let's get that wing light turned off. Right, and oh, didn't get the radars, dang it. All right, folks, we are in the blocks. All we got to do is start the shutdowns. There goes one. Here, kick that. That was real dumb on my part. Oh, that's just great. Well, you know, and engine number 2 off. I hit the bus tie instead of the bleed, and that's what you get, folks. All right, well, if I wanted to fly a second flight, now we're kind of, yeah. All right, folks, well, we're in the blocks here. Let's go ahead, get the people taken care of, and all right, let's review the flight. We're not, oh, it's back. All right. Okay, first off, let's take care of business with these folks. All right, filed over there at Virtual American. I like to see if it filed first, so hang on a second, folks. I'm pretty sure it's gonna make me have to log back in. Yep. All right, well, it says we landed at 500 feet a minute, 531 feet a minute. Okay, well, it is what it is. All right. Like I said, folks, they're very, very particular with how they want their flights flown. So if that's not for you, be forewarned. But it is a really good airline, really good bunch of people, very busy, a lot of people always online, always flying. So, you know, I actually enjoy it. It sometimes gets under my skin what they count as a hard landing versus not. But hey, I'm just a line pilot, folks. All right, so we're going to take a look at Sim Toolkit and see what it called us out at. Same amount, 571. So, yeah, kind of. Well, at least we're close on our what little I saw of it here real quick. Let's finish it. And let's take a look. Landing long, very long indeed. Well, actually, I'm sorry, I was looking at it backwards. Yeah. So actually just barely, according to this, outside the landing zone, 3,100 feet down the runway, about 18 feet off the center. Yes, I'll give it all of that. I know I was outside, and I know I probably planted it. So there's the metrics for you folks. Again, that's how it is. All right, so what we're going to do is come off VATSIM. Come back down here. Actually, we'll just do it this way. Okay, and let's take a look outside. Maintenance is going to want to look at the wing flaps anyway for all of the overspeeding. So, you know, hey, aircraft looks in one piece, but they'll look it over, give it their thumbs up. All right, we're off VATSIM. So let's give it a try here. See if it'll let us replay the landing. And it appears it will. You can see what was triggering all of the too low stuff. All right, here's our runway. You can see we're on a very steep approach. And you can tell right now we're going to be high on this, folks. 1 dot, we need 2 dots. There we go, we're on. Then we flare a little early, which causes us to overshoot because we're really fast. Okay, rightly so. Watch this transition in here, folks. Look at that slope, though. Boy, talk about a takeoff. All right, let's take a look at it again this time. Actually, it looks metric-wise, it came in a lot worse than it really looks. Look at that beautiful scenery, though, folks. Wow. See if the tower can save us and give us a good looking landing. A little better. Alright folks, well that's going to wrap it up today. I want to thank you all for being a part of Flying with Mike. I want to thank American Gecko Lover, also known as Gek, or as we were saying, the Geico is here. Folks, thank you for being here. Thanks for following us there, American Gecko Lover. And I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday and Wednesday, because we'll be at work tomorrow. Won't be able to talk to you much other except through Discord. Folks, it's been a pleasure. Hope you all enjoy. Let me go ahead and put us back on the line here. Get that jetway coming in and get some things out to the plane. Folks, again, it's been a pleasure. Hope you have a great week. God bless you all, and enjoy. We will see you Thursday on a flight back in Africa. See you then. God bless. Have a great day. God bless.